Maya lived all by herself in a small, sunny yellow house at the very end of a quiet street. The house was simple, but it was always warm and filled with light. Her heart, however, felt heavy and empty since her mother had passed away. She moved through her days like a shadow, a quiet routine of going to work, coming home, eating alone, and sleeping in a silent, empty house. But one rainy evening, everything was about to change. As Maya walked home, a soft, faint cry from near a trash can made her stop. She looked down, and there, shivering and soaked, was a tiny grey kitten. His fur was thin and matted, and his eyes were wide with fear. Maya slowly bent down, her heart aching for the small creature. "It's okay," she whispered, her voice gentle and soft. The kitten didn't run. He just looked up at her, a silent plea for help in his gaze. Maya carefully picked him up and held him close to her chest. He was cold, but almost instantly, a small, rumbling purr started up. That little sound, that tiny vibration of life against her heart, warmed her in a way she hadn't felt for a very, very long time. She decided to name him Oliver. From that day forward, Oliver wasn't just a pet. He became her family. He was her little shadow, following her from room to room. He'd curl up beside her pillow at night, his soft purr a constant, comforting presence. When grief would wash over her and tears fell, he would gently touch her face with his paw, as if trying to wipe them away. And when she laughed, he'd get a burst of energy, jumping and running in playful circles around her feet. Maya found a new purpose in spoiling him. She bought him all sorts of toys, soft fluffy beds and colorful bowls for his food and water. But her favorite thing, the thing that brought her the most joy, was giving him treats. Every time he'd look at her with his big, round, innocent eyes, a smile would spread across her face, and she'd say, "Just one more." She gave him little pieces of her fried chicken, tiny bites of cake, and even let him lick the sweet cream from her morning coffee. Oliver seemed so happy. He ate every single thing she offered with pure, unadulterated joy. Watching him, Maya felt a deep sense of pride. She believed she was giving him the best life imaginable, a life full of delicious things and endless affection. Months passed, and Oliver grew from a tiny kitten into a bigger cat. But slowly, Maya started noticing that he was changing. He was sleeping much more than before. He no longer ran to the door to greet her when she came home from work. His once bright, curious eyes now looked tired and dull. One evening he didn't even finish his food, just listlessly pushed it around his bowl. A cold knot of fear began to tighten in Maya's chest. She rushed him to the vet the very next day. The clinic smelled clean and cold, a sterile scent that only amplified her anxiety. The doctor gently examined Oliver, his face growing more serious with each passing moment. Finally, he looked up at Maya, his eyes full of compassion but his words heavy. "He is very sick," the doctor said softly. "His body is weak from an unhealthy diet. Cats can't eat the things we eat. His heart and stomach are severely damaged." Maya felt as though the ground had vanished from beneath her feet. The doctor's words echoed in the silent room. I only wanted to make him happy," she whispered, hot tears finally breaking free and streaming down her face. They tried everything. There was medicine, special prescribed food, countless vet visits. Maya spent her nights wide awake, holding Oliver close, whispering to him, begging him to stay with her, to get better. She willed him to live with all her might. But one quiet morning, just as the first rays of sun streamed through the window, Oliver took one last slow breath and didn't take another. The house felt empty again. But this time, the silence was heavier, more suffocating than ever before. Maya held his small, still body and cried. She cried in a way she had never cried before, a raw, gut-wrenching sob that came from the depths of her soul. Over and over, she whispered, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." She wished she had known better. She wished her love could have been enough to save him. She buried Oliver under a tree in her garden, a place where he loved to sit in the sun. She placed his favorite little blue toy beside him in the soft earth. Days turned into weeks, and the ache of his absence was a constant companion. Maya missed him deeply, but through her grief, she learned a profound and painful lesson. She learned that love isn't just about giving what feels good in the moment. Real love is about learning what is right, what is truly best for the one you care for. Oliver had brought joy, comfort, and light back into her life when she was lost in darkness. And even in his tragic passing, he gave her one last invaluable gift. He taught her how to love with wisdom, not just with her heart, but with knowledge too. His memory became a reminder that true care is a blend of affection and responsibility. Thanks for watching.